Weekday 3 to 7, playing your best hip-hop and throwbacks. Now back to my boys Bonte and Shasky right here on 95.7 The Game.
What up, Chew Dog? Chewy.
Chew Dog?
Chewy.
You want
Go,
that Chewy?
Bears.
You want that Chewy, Nicotina?
I am now. Kevin Durant's a Phoenix Sun.
I smoked
couldn't
Chewy
sleep last night.
You got a grab bag, hit the Zags and roll her up.
NBA trade deadline a little later today, and we have you covered with all the latest news leading up to it. Our trade deadline coverage is brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping get your workers get their lives back for over 40 years. All right, download the Odyssey app because you don't want to miss anything today. Tim Kawakami coming to studio from 8 to 9. You know who TK is. He's going to be in here to talk about the state of the Warriors, state of the Niners. We're not going to talk much Giants, although he does have a new podcast out with Farhan Zaidi, the TK podcast. So maybe we'll touch a little bit on that, but it's going to be really Warriors and Niners heavy. We're going to get out to the calls, 888-957-9570. That's also the Xfinity mobile text line. What does this trade mean for the Golden State Warriors? Do they need to make a move? Is there a move out there for them? In case you were asleep, last night at around, I want to say 10:10, it broke towards the tail end of the postgame show. David Taylor, producer, did a great job of putting up that trade. He goes, Kevin Durant, about a minute before we're going on air, back on air, Kevin Durant just got traded. This is shams. This is verified. And so we broke the news on the TV on the postgame show. Kevin Durant, T.J. Warren, going to Phoenix. Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder going to Brooklyn, alongside 4 first-round picks and a pick swap. So now you have Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul. You still have Landry Shamet. You get T.J. Warren. You got Damian Lee off the bench, who's playing some good basketball. You still have Cam Payne. Do the Warriors need to make a move? 888-957-9570. Lines are lit up here. Let's go to Nick in Ohio. Nick, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hi, fellas.
What's up, Nick?
I don't really have a trade option, but I have to agree that the development of the young players, man, it's been very head-scratching. When Wiseman was down in the G League for a spell, that one game he scored 30 points, and he was criticized because it was kind of garbage time or something. But one thing, it was a step in building his confidence. I don't know why they didn't keep him down there for a good stretch and let him really work it all out. And then Patrick Baldwin Jr., I can't remember the last time he was in a game. And every time he comes in the game, he sinks 3 or 4 three-pointers.
I like him.
It really puzzles me. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think Patrick Baldwin Jr. is clearly it's long-term. That's a long-term project in terms of, he's a long way away. I like him, though. I think he fits the modern NBA. His shooting, his size, his movement. But he's not going to help them win a championship right now. He can maybe give them a couple of minutes. But, that's kind of the conundrum that they're in right now. They don't have enough depth to be able to supplement when guys have nights off, when they're not playing well, when Steph Curry gets hurt. But I would also argue, how many other teams in the league, if Jason Tatum hurt himself right now, okay, is Boston just going to go on a tear?
No, they won't.
They're going to take a little step back.
They are. Jaylen Brown's out with a facial fracture.
I saw that. But I'm using him as an example.
Right.
So I don't know, man. The Warriors are in a tough place. They have not played good enough basketball for long enough stretches to be considered anything other than a team that has to fight and claw to get into the playoffs.
Here, I'll play a little devil's advocate for a second when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. Now, some people may say, oh, man, you're on the company dive. But I will make the case that they are really good at home, right? They're 21-6 at home. And when they're playing their best, they can outscore anybody in the league. They still have Stephen Curry. Hopefully, he'll be back after the All-Star break. Does Phoenix pump that much fear to you right now?
Yeah, because it's Kevin Durant.
What about the Dallas Mavericks?
And also, Devin Booker has killed the Warriors.
He has killed the Warriors.
And he gets under their skin.
But so did Mikal Bridges.
No, Mikal Bridges was incredible.
And now he's gone.
I know. Defensively, especially against Curry. Because that was the one thing that he could do is lock up Curry. So I don't know if they have a particular piece that they're going to throw on Curry right now. They are going to take a step back defensively, but offensively, the spacing on the floor and the balance that they have. Come on, B. It's Durant.
It is Kevin Durant.
And Booker is. But what do you think? Is he a top 8, 9 player in the league?
Booker's really good.
What do you think?
Booker's really good, but they still have Chris Paul. And Chris Paul right now is barbecue chicken. And there's no guarantee Chris Paul can last through a playoff run.
Even if Chris Paul went down, I still would like that team.
Ooh. Without Mikal Bridges?
I mean, not as much, but
Campaign as a backup point guard?
Bonte.
Are they the favorites to win the West right now?
It
Phoenix?
feels like it.
I still wouldn't put them above Denver.
Really?
I wouldn't. No. Really. I wouldn't put them above the Denver Nuggets right now.
Yeah, well, I would.
I wouldn't. Jamal Murray's going to cook anybody on that team.
So Denver's playing Phoenix in a 7-game series.
I got Phoenix. I got Denver.
You're going to take Denver.
I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets.
I don't know how many other people are doing that.
I don't know. That'd be a good guy. I'm taking Jokic. Who's going to stop Jokic?
That's a team that's uniquely qualified to actually defend Jokic, too, because you could throw multiple bodies on him.
Who?
They've got some bigs.
Ayton?
Yeah.
Vince McMahon going to slow down Nikola
No, but you
Jokic?
could also throw Durant on him as a double,
Oh, my
you know,
gosh.
for a period of
He's going
time.
to find the open guy. And now you got
Okay.
Michael Porter Jr. in the corner splashing threes.
You're talking yourself into Denver.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you how good they are. They're better than last year.
Okay.
This ain't the same team. Contavious Caldwell. That's why you need to watch League Pass,
Fonzie,
dude.
I do not
You've been
take
out
them
of the
serious
NBA
until they
all
get
year
to a
long.
Western Conference
Yeah,
Finals.
okay, that's fine. But I'm telling you, Denver's a better team this year. Bruce Brown from Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's a tough player. You're saying okay, but I'm telling you, Denver's a better team.
So right now, today, you're taking
I'm taking Denver over
out
Phoenix
of the
in a
West.
7-game series. Right now.
Okay. Well, I'm not.
I'm taking Denver. Let's go to Ray in a
You're
point.
talking about injuries. Michael Porter Jr. has been injured for his entirety of his career.
He's healthy now.
Well, I mean,
He's healthy now.
You know, and Aaron
We'll see
Gordon's
if he
playing
lasts.
good basketball this year.
Playing all-star
You know?
basketball. And he could guard. He can play all-star basketball.
Fine, again, but like I have to see it to believe it with that team in the
Jamal
playoffs.
Murray?
Jamal Murray's coming back from a catastrophic injury. He looks a lot
good.
better, and obviously in his first full season. But like Bonte, I'm not. Even though Jokic, who I love and admire, I think he's a fantastic player.
Denver has a better bench.
I like Phoenix's team
They
better.
have the better bench. Let's go to Ray in Hunter's Point.
You don't
Ray,
even
what's
believe
happening?
what you're saying.
No, I do believe what I'm saying. I'm
Hey.
taking Denver in 7. Ray, what's happening?
Good morning, guys. Hey, good morning.
What's up?
Real quickly, Bonte, I would definitely take Phoenix over Denver.
Thank you.
No question about it. No question about it. Stand by and watch.
Oh, I will. I'm always here. Y'all been wrong on all your NBA takes over the last year and a half. You know, I'm very confident in what I say.
You're right.
Go
I have
ahead.
a
Go ahead,
question.
Ray.
Is this the first year that Steve Kerr has not had a former head coach on his bench with him?
No, Kenny Atkinson's a former head coach.
Okay, I said to be corrected. I think the Warriors do need to make a trade. If they don't, they can kiss this year goodbye and maybe next year.
Well, what's the
Who
trade?
The players that they have now, the bench, they're not going to make it. And these the veterans, they're going to just wear themselves out. But that's all. But I feel that they do need to make a trade. And as of right now, I'm going with Phoenix completely out of the West.
All right. That's
Thank you.
fine. No problem. All the people are going to take Phoenix. I still will not sleep on Denver.
Well, it's out of respect.
Contavious Caldwell Pope playing some good two-way basketball. Good defender. He'll make life difficult for Booker.
Bonte, you can. I'll let you
Spinoni,
have him. I don't know
talk
why
about
you're hung up
KCP.
on Denver.
No, I'm just telling you.
He was clutch in the bubble run. He was legit. He was one of the big reasons why they won a title.
He was. He was.
I mean, we just, you don't watch basketball and you say these statements. You've been saying it on SGA and stuff. Sometimes it's like trying to educate you, man. Trying to help you out here.
Bonte, the
Denver's
guy who
legit.
can't dribble with his right or left hand, is telling me to
Who
watch
can't dribble with their
basketball.
right or left hand?
Are you kidding
You
me?
act like you were good at basketball.
Are you kidding me?
You bring up your high school stuff. Nobody ever heard
Are
of you
you
in San
kidding me?
Francisco.
Denver's
Nobody
fine.
ever
They're
heard
awesome.
of you in this city.
It's
when it comes
Kevin
to youth
Durant.
basketball. Come
It's
on.
Kevin
And
Durant.
I've got Jokic. And I've got Jokic averaging a triple-double.
He's been the back-to-back MVP, and they haven't won anything. It's
Their bench
Kevin
is so much
Durant.
better.
He's one of the greatest players the game has ever
also
seen.
been
And
injury
now he's
prone.
paired up with one of the great perimeter players
That's
in
fine.
Devin Booker,
That's
who's
fine.
in the league. They've got a great
That's
young
fine.
center who a lot of teams would want.
A lot of
And
ISO
Chris
ball.
Paul, for all the health
gonna be a-
injuries, he's a Hall of Famer.
And Chris Paul's not-
respect him a
Chris
little.
Paul's
Like,
not
I know
wearing-
we all hate
Chris
CP3.
Paul-
Can we respect him a
Oh,
little?
now you respect CP3 after watching him flame out last year?
They did go
After
to the
watching
finals,
CP3
though. But he did take them
and
to the
he flamed out
finals.
in Nels finals.
I know, but they
He
got
flames
there
out all the
with a
time.
lesser team.
Are you really going to count on CP3 when
No,
it's
but
down to
I
really
believe
you're
in
going to count on
Durant that much.
CP3?
I believe because I've seen Durant do it.
ISO ball in the playoffs does not work. Your turn, my turn. That's what's going to work.
Come on.
Come on, man.
CP3 is a great player. I don't like him, but you have to acknowledge he's awesome. He's
Denver's
a great floor general.
team. Denver's a deeper team, and Chris Paul can't defend a traffic cone right now.
Okay.
He can defend you right now, and I've never seen you play basketball.
Okay.
never seen you play basketball.
That's fine.
And Chris Paul can't guard you right now.
Chris Paul can't guard me.
He can't.
He's going straight to the Hall of Fame.
I don't care what he's doing. I'm talking about now. You're basing this Hall of Fame resume off what he did with New Orleans.
He's
what he
still
did
a
with the
great player.
Clippers.
You have to give him his respect.
Chris Paul is
He's
washed
a great
up.
floor general.
Oh my God, have you watched him this year?
Yeah, he hasn't been as good as he's been before, and his shooting's way down. His scoring's down. His assist to turnover ratio is
my
still there.
God.
Is it not?
He can't defend a traffic cone, Shasky.
But you tell me all the time that defense is kind of overrated.
No, you got to play D at times in certain spots. He can't play in a series against Denver. They would run him off the floor.
I don't know why we're giving
Denver
Denver so much love.
because they're number one in the West and they're a lot deeper.
But Utah was number one, and we gave them no respect for multiple seasons.
Dude. This ain't Utah.
Well, it gives
This
similar
ain't Utah.
vibes.
This ain't Utah.
Like, this is Kevin Durant. If it wasn't Kevin Durant, I wouldn't give the benefit of the doubt. He's one of the greatest players the game has ever seen. He's that good. That's how this is such a impactful move, and it really diminishes the Warriors' opportunities.
Kevin Durant is a great player. So is Jokic. They got nobody to guard him. Sid in the Bay Area. Sid, what's happening? What does it mean for the Warriors? Forget Denver and Phoenix. What does it mean for the Warriors? Sid, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, Sid?
Yeah, okay. First of all, I'm laughing so hard because, Vontae, you're hilarious what you just said about Chris Paul. Secondly, I'm from Chicago, just moved here. I got 2 trade propositions for you guys. The first one is Caruso from the Bulls. Now, I know you guys need a big, but Kurt really likes Caruso, but the backup point guard for you guys has been playing really good lately, so it might not look good. The second trade is Ben Simmons. I know Ben Simmons is like a Draymond Green. He doesn't really score, but I think if he comes to a championship-type style team like you guys, he will produce way better.
So Caruso's an interesting acquisition. They could use Caruso.
I need a wing defender.
He's not a. I mean, I don't think he's good enough wing defender.
Yeah, I need,
but he's making $9 million. So essentially, you could trade James Wiseman, maybe picks or something else for someone like Alex Caruso.
OG Anunoby would be a better.
Is he too redundant to what Dante DiVincenzo's bringing to the table?
I'm not. Guards are not my problem.
But don't they need perimeter defense?
Guards are not my problem. If I want perimeter defense, go give me OG Anunoby. I'd rather have him.
I'd rather have Mikal Bridges.
Work. Yeah, Mikal Bridges.
But I don't think he's available.
Yeah.
It would take. They'd have to package Wiseman, Moody, and
another
for some
player.
reason, Ty Jerome on an outgoing contract is like $4.5 million, even though he's only on a $500,000
Mikal Bridges
salary.
is making $21 million a year.
Yes. But I mean, that's out there. But you'd have to staple a lot to it. He's under contract for 3 more years.
And that's if Brooklyn wants it. That's if Brooklyn wants it.
Would you
James
take Jay
Wiseman,
Crowder?
Moody. No,
So then what's the play? So then what's the move that they have to make?
I'd rather have OG Anunoby. But if there's a move, I don't think there's a move to be made, Shasky. That's my position. I don't think the Warriors can make a move to get incrementally better. What move are they going to make?
Fans are going to lose their mind if they don't make a move. When was the last time they made a significant move at the deadline?
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, that was a lost season. So that was kind of for the. That's a good guy.
It's under the radar, though. Under the radar. Let's go to Yvonne in Daly City. What's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
I heard you guys talking about. I heard Terry talking about the Phoenix Suns, man. I don't think it'll work over there, to be honest with you. You can't build teams in the middle of the season. And I've seen all the big threes form left and right, and the only big three that really works are Miami Heat. And KD, as much as I love KD, man, there's no culture in Phoenix. He went to a culture here with the Warriors with 2 chips already. You're going to rely on Chris Paul, CP0, Booker, not proven yet, and they got to build a chemistry over there. And they don't have a bench. Their bench is gone.
Bench is a lot thinner.
The two best defenders are gone, Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges.
See,
they got what? I don't even know who's coming off their bench.
Yeah, I mean, Damian Lee, Campaign, Landry Shamet, T.J. Warren now. If I'm the Suns.
T.J. Warren's actually an interesting pickup.
He's a very interesting pickup.
I think
Suns,
he's not bad.
If I'm the Suns, I'm calling teams right now before the deadline, which is at noon Pacific time. I'm seeing what can I get. Like, if I'm the Suns and I'm seeing Fred VanVleet on the market, how can I get him and flip Chris Paul for a guy like that. Fred VanVleet feels like a better fit than Chris Paul on that team right now. Chris Paul's going into the Hall of Fame. I'll give you that. But he can't guard. VanVleet can.
But why would they take that contract?
Yeah, you're right about that.
I don't know.
Why would
I'm
they take
just
that
asking.
contract?
I don't know why they would.
Why would they take that contract?
They just got
Who
rid of
knows?
Lowry a couple years ago for that same reason.
$28 million. Maybe you let him ride off into the sunset. Maybe you signal a rebuild. Maybe you try to flip him in the offseason.
They're already talking about firing
idea,
Nick Nurse.
But like,
and VanVleet's a free agent.
All I'm just saying, if I'm the Suns, I'm saying, man, if I could, VanVleet right now, I believe is an upgrade of a Chris Paul on that team. Right now. I'm not talking about Chris Paul from 15 years ago. I'm not talking about Chris Paul from 5 years ago.
Are the Suns better than the Warriors?
Right now?
Yes.
It would look like that on paper.
So you like Denver. I think Denver's better than the Warriors right now. I still don't believe in them as a championship contender because you got to see it. That's just me. I have to see it before I believe it. I mean, I said the same thing about the Milwaukee Bucks till they finally won one. I think Dallas is a better team today. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually think that they might be a better team than the Warriors right now. Or the Clippers a better team than the Warriors right now.
I don't know.
That's a team I don't have a strong enough opinion of.
The West is still wide open. Are the Suns better on paper
than
the Warriors?
Come on.
Yeah.
They are. They are.
But if the Warriors are healthy, weren't they like Phoenix will just gentlemen sweep the Golden State Warriors? I don't think that could happen. We've seen KD in the playoffs.
But the Warriors might be in a position where they're in a play-in game.
They might be. Who knows?
I mean, they can't even win 3 games in a row in the regular season. And I'm supposed to make this leap of faith that just because they won it 7 months ago with a different roster, that's a team that's actually championship contender?
The core group hasn't lost a Western Conference Series, right?
But does the core group can't even finish a game against Phoenix? I know Curry's not playing, but it's been a pattern all year. They have to you have to play good basketball for me to form does matter at some point. I can't just go off. You're bringing up all this CP3 years ago. That last title in June might as well have been 10 years ago.
No, come on.
It
That's
feels
ridiculous.
like a lifetime ago. I'm not saying it is, but it feels like a lifetime ago.
21-6 at home. We've seen them play some good basketball this season. We've seen them play good basketball. Have they been consistent? No.
Have they had one great week of basketball?
Yes, absolutely. The 5-game win streak they had on that 8-game homestand. That was their best probably week of basketball.
Okay, so they had one good week of basketball.
They had a couple good stretches. Not, one game over 500 is bad. But how many teams you could say that about? But everybody in the West,
I agree.
Outside of Denver and Memphis, has been inconsistent. The Pelicans just lost 10 straight.
Well, I don't believe
before winning a couple games.
And also, what Zion's hurt is, they're not the same team. But the Warriors are hurt. Their best player, Steph Curry's hurt right now. The same arguments that we're making about all these other teams not being, I don't know about the Clippers, I could say the same thing about the Warriors.